Greetings, my name is Dave Weintraub, Dissertation Services Associate for the Applied Research Center. In this short video, we're going to look at the responsibilities of chairs and members, as well as some of the online tools we use in our daily work. The video will conclude with some proven tips that chairs and members have come up with. I'm going to begin with a number of chairs and members' responsibilities. Many of these are already delineated in the chair-member contract with which ARC has offered you. Read and review all submissions within 10 business days, which is 14 calendar days. Use NSU email for all chair communication, and work with the member and the DSA as needed to assist the student. Students are only to submit via NSU email as an attachment, and chairs are supposed to respond in kind. When chairs review a paper, they ought to embed their comments directly in the paper, particularly using the reviewing feature of Microsoft Word. Though that is not mandated in the contract, it is suggested for clarity and for ease for student understanding. Assist the student with IRB documents, as well as offering direction in navigating the ARC website and the university library. Add to the Adriana Journal after communication or review. Complete approvals and grade recommendations in Adriana in a timely manner, and make at least one Adriana entry per student per month. And that entry could be as simple as, I sent the student an email asking for progress, or just telling the student updates from Applied Research Center. Later on in this video, we'll be taking a closer look at Adriana. Right now, we're going to turn our attention to the ARC website, the URL which is on your screen. Following that, we're going to look at Adriana, as I said, and then conclude the video with some proven tips. You are now looking at the home page of the Applied Research Center. On the left, you'll notice links to the ARC administration and staff, both the program professors and the clerical staff, links to Adriana the database, though I suggest you bookmark or make Adriana one of your favorites, and links to academic resources. I'd like to start by taking a look at some of these academic resources which we can offer to our students. You notice there are online guides and IRB training, submission, as well as copies of all of the IRB documents needed. There are also links to the NSU Style Guide, format review steps, and information on getting word processing help. Finally, updated notes are published on the ARC website as needed regarding things such as final review process, continuing dissertation services. I'd like to go back to the ARC home for a moment and now take a look at two documents that are quite important for all chairs and students. The first one is the Applied Dissertation Manual and Template. While it is not the purpose of this video to go through all of the content of that dissertation manual, I'd like to take a quick look at the table of contents so you could see what is covered. You'll notice it begins by going through all of the programs in the Applied Research Center, the role of the students, the role of the chairs, the role of the members. It explains how students can access Adriana, and they use it to submit papers and to ask questions of their dissertation services associates. Continuing further down, you'll notice it goes through the different benchmarks, the concept paper, the proposal, and the final report, and then moves along with a list of formats and templates. These are particularly helpful for students as it sets them up for the particular benchmarks. I'd like to just show you one of the templates quickly. Briefly, you're looking at the template for the table of contents. Notice that the spacing is already done for the student, as well as the leader dots and margins are all correct. There's also notes on the right-hand side so that students can get additional assistance. Returning to the home page for the Applied Research Center, we're now going to direct our attention to looking at Adriana. The use of Adriana and the knowledge of the program is crucial to all chairs and members. I'm going to begin by clicking on Adriana. Adriana's home page looks like this. All you need to do is put in your username and your password, which are the same as your NOVA email username and password. Log in. And Adriana opens up with a screen like this, alphabetically presenting the students for whom you are the chair, followed by the students for whom you are the member. You notice some are in orange where it says edit, those are the active students, and some are in gray where it says view, those are the inactive students. I'm going to click on an active student right now, and let's take a look at what our Adriana page looks like. You'll note at the top the name of the student, their address, phone number, concentration. Farther down you'll notice the name of the chair, the member, the IRB person assigned to them at that point, and their dissertation services associate. And then the three main benchmarks, the concept paper, the proposal, and the applied dissertation. In the case of this student, they've already completed their concept paper, so a grade has been noted here with a green check mark. When you are ready to approve a paper, or when a member is ready to approve a paper, they simply put the date in this blank, click on approve, and that sends an approval to the Applied Research Office. That's followed by you completing the grade recommendation form, which will then have the green check mark. Remember, you must do both. And again, they're only done when you're ready to approve the benchmark. In the interim steps, you'll want to complete a journal, such as this one right here. I started to type in, student has blah, 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 blah. You click on save, and the journal appears at the bottom, completed. This is the history of these students' journals, this student's journal, going all the way back a number of years as the student has been in the program for a while. So that's a short tour of Adriana. We're going to conclude now with some proven tips from chairs and members. These are just general tips of all different things you might run into on a daily basis when being a committee chair or a member. A suggestion is to consider asking your students to complete only one chapter at a time, even at the concept paper level. And again, these are only suggestions. Every chair works differently, but many students, we find it's easier if they chunk things into small components. Attend to matters of grammar, form, and style even from the first draft so that students realize the import of this, and it saves a lot of work later when they get to the applied dissertation report. Insert numerous and detailed embedded comments using the Microsoft Reviewing feature, and again, put them right in the text or using the balloon comments. If the student's a poor writer, suggest an editor from the beginning, and show them exactly what correct APA looks like. Give them examples, lead by example. You might ask your students to introduce and summarize each chapter before they begin writing so you have a sense of what's going on. And related to that, when they do the lit review, you might suggest that they present you with an outline before they do the lit review. Again, these are just tips. None of these are required. However, when it comes to working with a committee member, chairs and members have found the following have been pretty successful. Send copies of each review to the member. You can tell the member, no need to review this right now. I'm just sending it to you for your file. This way, the member will see the progress of the student and realize what you've been trying to do as chair. But when you do ask them to do the official review, make sure the document's in as good shape as it can be for that particular student. Don't send a member a weak paper or one that has not been looked at for style. It's not fair to the member if the chair has not really done the bulk of their work. And remember, members may ask for multiple reviews, just as chairs may ask for multiple reviews. That concludes this video. If you have any questions, just feel free to pop me an email at the bottom of the screen.